Do you struggle finding wonder kids in Football Manager 2024? Well, this guide today is going to teach you how we can set up our scouting instructions to find the best wonder kids out there and how I find some of the world's best young wonder kid talents. So stay tuned for the next part of this video. So as you can see, I've got all my scouting instructions set up to the areas I like to explore and try to get these youngsters around the world. There's loads of different areas I like to go. South America being one, North America, cheap nations, Africa, Europe, and the UK. I solely the sort of UK stance of things is based on where I'm managing at that time. If I'm managing in Spain, I'm going to pick Spain. If I'm managing in Italy, I'll pick Italy. It's quite self-explanatory when it comes to that. How we set these up is quite easy and straightforward. So as you can see, for the cheap nations, what you do is you'd go in. I'll set one up from scratch in a minute, but in my cheap nations, there's 20 nations areas I like to send my scouts to. Andorra, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Denmark, Greece, Hungary, Moldova, the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, Turkey. These are just areas I've seen on Football Manager where the players tend to bring out the best wonder kids. I do this for every single one of my instructions, but pick on based where the area is. Make sure you've got a really good scout that's good with the potential side of things, and make sure you've got an alright data analysis as well that can analyze the recruitment side of things as well. And this just helps with how quick you get sort of the youth talents in. So as you can see, we've got a recommended one right now, which is Leonardo Lopez from River Plate in Argentina. It looks fantastic. I mean, look at the aggression. It was only 19 years old, £6 to £8 million as well value, so really cheap as well. How we're going to set these up, quite straightforward. So you come in, if you have a tactic like I have, you want to change it to any, click any from your tactic, or if you want to do specific positions, feel free to do specific positions. But you'll be limited on what sort of young youth talents will be shown to yourself, because they may have not developed into that role yet quite for you. So I like to do any from tactic as well as any in regards to tactic. I like to name mine, so if you're going to name yours, I'll name mine. For instance, I don't know, we'll say Asia. Say we're going to set one up in Asia, for instance. The minimum current ability, we're going to click this down until you see the stars go silver. This is the youth level rating. So we're going to have a 5-star youth level rating. The minimum potential ability, we're going to go 4.5 stars. You can adjust that to best suit, but I say 4.5 stars is the best. The ages we want to go between 15 and 19. We want to get them young and relatively cheap before they develop into world-class players. Areas, obviously this one's going to be based on Asia, so we're going to go continent and select Asia and hit confirm. It's going to be an ongoing task, so this means throughout the full season, if you simulate your save or if you just play throughout your full saves, this just means that it'll continue no matter what. It'll not be taken off. In regards to how I like to do things, I like to untick the include results found in other recruitment focuses. I like to assign the top scout in my list. So for example, I like to try and do ones that haven't got a current focus, and just for the sake of the video, we haven't got someone that's free at the moment, so I'll go with the best potential person. Recruitment analysis wise, I like to go for the person that's best on the ability side of things. So as you can see here, Can is the best one for that. And then we're just going to hit confirm. We're at the scouting capacity, obviously. So basically what will happen now is your scouts will go out, they'll go and try and find some wonder kids in that location. I would recommend you keep this running for your long-term saves, your short-term saves, just keep it there. Just keep it going, and naturally they'll filter out all the rubbish, not so Wonder Kid, and then they'll bring in the actual Wonder Kids like you can see here with Leonardo. If you simulate a save, for instance, your scouting reports will be saved on a monthly basis, so make sure you go in the completed folder if you do simulate your saves, and if you'll just go through them all and just click through them and see if any of the scouts come back with anybody. So as you can see here in Europe, my scouts came back with a few from Europe. So like this young lad here from Coventry, we've got this other young lad here, so there's quite a few that they'll come back with over the months. So just make sure you go through them and check them over and see if there's anybody that really stands out for you. So like for instance, this guy here looks like he's going to be world class for me. He's 20 years old. I mean, these are like the type of players you want to be picking up now before they develop far too far on. Here's another one, 1.6 million. What an absolute steal he would be for anybody's side. Centre midfielder. He's only 18. Stats look perfect, and he could really develop. The only thing that put me off is his jump and reach, but he can learn how to jump throughout the time. Right, so further on down we go. As you can see, we've got more Europe things coming through now. Some more other places in Europe. So Europe tends to be a lot more for Wonder Kids because there's so many different teams and divisions in Europe when we set out scouting focuses for them. But yes, that solely depend. If you're going to manage a team inside of Spain, pick Spain for this recruitment focus. They're all set up the same way. So basically, you'd go in. It should be on transfer. I'm not sure why it says transfer and loan. So basically, any from a tactic, name it what you want to name it. I'd normally name what continent you're scouting or what area of the globe you're scouting as well. Sorry, whatever, what area like competition and stuff you're scouting as well. So as you can see, every single one of them set up the same way. Minimum youth potential at 5-star, minimum player potential at 4.5-star, age range between 15 and 19. The areas, I'm obviously doing UK and Ireland, ongoing with the best scouts available. So yes, if this did help you out, this short video on how to use your scouts to find the best Wonder Kids in Football Manager, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more little tips like this in the future, and don't forget to leave a comment down below if this did help you out on some of your saves as well. See you in the next video. Bye for now.